So I had closed up my laptop and everything, and a lot of my other friends can't sleep either. So, um, and I've been texting them the whole time, and I was like, "Hey, by the way, it's one of my longtime friends." I was like, "Hey, by the way, you don't follow my YouTube channel, do you?" And she was like, "No, I didn't even know like you had one." So I'm sending her the links and whatever. So as I do that and everything through my phone, I noticed that somebody put um, a dislike on the video that I just recently, like right now, just made about shaking my head on, women's BS bullshit. And I thought about it because I'm not one of those people. I don't give a fuck. See, when you get to be around my age and you've seen and lived the shit that I've seen and lived, you really don't give a fuck anymore. You don't. You don't give a fuck. And so when I saw that, I was like, what did they not? I'm one of those people. You cannot tell me that you don't like something and not say why. I'm one of those people that, you know, I've been that way my entire life. My entire life. Because, I don't like you. Why don't you like me? What did I do something to you? Did I say something? I just don't like you. Okay, but how can I correct? I mean, it's like, wait a minute. So eventually I ended up getting to a point where I was like, oh, I just don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I don't care. But growing up and everything, I'd be like, I didn't even do anything. Why didn't but see, and I've written papers. I'm a published writer. I've written papers. I'm in I made the national dean's list with one of my papers, one of my essays. Um, but me and one of my professors, one of my psychology professors, got into it. I know I've told this story before. Got into it over. It was about women's rights. I wrote this paper specifically. I think I have it somewhere. But I wrote this paper about women's rights and things. And I was truthful. Then again, the way I was raised by my mother, my strong fucking mother, who's one of the strongest women I've ever known, period. And so my beliefs weren't just my beliefs. These were a lot of strong women that believe that. But she, female professor, had an attitude like it was my male, perspective. And I was like, it's not my male perspective. For one, because I turned around and I told her, because after she scored it, I was pissed when I got the paper back. I was like, did I say anything in there that wasn't true? She didn't score me low because what I said was untrue. No, she scored it low because she was a feminist. And it was like everything I fucking said in that was true. Everything I said in it was real. Everything I said in it, you cannot dispute. The paper was about the truth, not your goddamn opinion. Oh, I went to the dean and she fucking changed that grade. I was pissed because I'm sick and tired of people who don't want to know the fucking truth. I'm like, what the fuck are you even a professor for if you don't want to live in the real world? Especially a professor of psychology. It's like, aren't y'all supposed to deal with the real world? Aren't you there for people to learn how to cope with the real world? That's why they go to fucking therapy. And here you are literally, and she was like, well, it's because some people don't want to know the truth. And I was like, whoa. So what you're saying is you want us to lie to these people who are coming to us, paying us a lot of fucking money to help them, and you want us to lie to them. Well, I'm just curious, what makes you an expert on the lie? Did you live the experience they lived through? As I said, that's why I quit psychology. That's why I quit, because it was all bullshit. They're not there to help anybody. This is from personal experience. They don't want to hurt, they don't want to help anybody. They just want to slap a band-aid on it. They want to turn around and tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. And I was like, when I quit, It was a final argument I had with that professor. I was like, I can't lie like you fuckers. I can't do that. I have to tell the truth. If they're coming to me for actual help, if they're coming to me for real advice and they're paying me, I'm going to feel guilty as shit if I don't fucking tell them the truth. And I was like, how do I know if I, especially if I didn't live what they lived through? You're expecting me to lie to them. And I'm like, I can't do it. I can't. I got to be real. So I realized, and I've lived that way my entire life. I've been that way my entire life. I've never liked when my dad would say, because I said so, when I asked a question. It's like, why can't you just tell me? Well, because I said so. And I'm like, that's not an answer. Of course I'd get my ass whipped because my dad was an abusive person, but it was one of those, why can't you just answer the question? If you don't know the answer, then say you don't know. But to just do the whole cop out bullshit of I told you so, it's fucking stupid. It's just ridiculous. And I swore I would never be that way with my kids. And I was never that way with my kids. I would say, you know, I would tell them either the answer, or I would say, at this point in time, you're just going to listen to what we're telling you, but eventually we will tell you the answer. We didn't just do, well, because I said so, and that's just the end of it. It's like, no, later on, when you're able to understand the answer, that we feel you understand the answer, that you're mature enough to understand the answer, come back and ask the question again, and we'll tell you. We're not going to hide shit from you. We're not going to lie to you. Because I didn't want to be that parent of the one I just told you so. Because those parents are cowards that do that shit. But again, I've been that way my whole life. If somebody didn't like me, I'd go, and I still do that to this day. If I find out somebody's talking shit about me, I go up and confront them. I ain't got no problem. As I said, I'm 6'1", over 270. I am fucking armed. I'm a trained fighter, hunter, martial artist, all that shit. I ain't got no fucking problems. Former gangbanger, all that fucking shit. Military vet, hunt. I mean, I have no fucking problems confronting somebody. My whole thing is, don't talk shit. Don't talk shit. Especially if you don't even fucking know me. Why are you going to talk shit about somebody you don't even fucking know? And so sure, and I mean, I've done that to people. I still do it now. Go up, confront. I heard you were talking shit about me. If you want something to say, if you got something to say, tell me right now. Tell me to my face. And pretty much every single time, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say nothing. It's like, look, I found out from a source that I know for a fact has no reason to lie, has no reason to make. No, I swear, I never said anything. All right, face to face, you're telling me that you didn't say anything. Oh, all right, I will take you at your word. However, if I have to come back and I found out that you were talking shit, we will have problems because it's one of those, again, why are you talking shit? You don't know me. At least if you get to know me and then you don't like me, cool, whatever. But in my videos, for one, I'm giving my opinion. And my opinion based on shit that I have pretty much personally lived. Most of all the shit that I have talked about on all my videos, I have personally experienced, personally lived. So for this person to dislike my video, but not even leave a comment as to why, it's one of those, what are you, that much of a fucking coward? You know, that you can't say why you didn't like it. And again, I'm one of those people that do not just talk for the sake of talking. I really can't stand that. If you can't put into words what you do not like about something, just don't fucking say anything. And I've had people, well, Mark, you're a published writer, you're real elegant, eloquent with words, you know how to put things, into words. Other people don't know how to do that. Well, then I'm like, well, then they should keep their words to themselves. If they can't express their thoughts into fucking words, then they need to shut the fuck up. I can literally tell a person from all the women I've dated, I can literally tell them, and I'm not talking about, oh, I like your tits and your ass. No, I could tell them, I love the way that your toes look. And it's like, wow, I never, what you, like you paid attention. No, actually, I did. I could see exactly how they're shaped like this. And they're like, holy fuck, you actually did pay attention. You know, I'm that person. I am that observant. I was military intelligence. Part of our training is to be extremely observant. So I can put into words what I don't like about somebody. If I don't like somebody, I'm literally going to give you a reason why I don't like you. I will name exactly the detailed reason of why I don't like you, why I don't like this. I mean, well, I didn't like this movie. Well, why not? And here I am literally, because I'm a writer. So I'm sitting there literally giving them like an essay of all the fucking shit that I didn't like about, like, say, the new Star Wars movie. And they're all, and we're talking other true fans, and they're just like, damn, I didn't even know that about the movie. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even see that, you know? And they're like, well, I just watched the movie to enjoy the movie. And I'm like, no, see, then I'm actually more of a fan than you then. Because this didn't match this, this didn't go with this. What the fuck? This is completely outside this person's character that they've been their whole adult life. Now all of a sudden they're like this, all of a sudden. Yeah, I'm one of those people that I am a writer, so I can literally put into detail what I do not like about something or what I like about something. So when, as I said, when I saw the thumbs down on the video, it was one of those, but then there's no comment. So then it was like, well, what didn't you like about it? Because not one fucking thing did I say in my video was untrue. Every damn thing that I said in the video was absolutely 100% true. Either 100% true or 100% my opinion, based on exactly the majority of the facts I have either personally lived, my friends have personally lived, or I observed on every goddamn talk show and fucking magazine and everything else. So, and again, and from all my other male and female friends going, yep, that is right. And I will start doing interviews on my damn videos. I will end up doing interviews as well. I've already talked to pretty much a lot of my friends going, hey, would y'all actually mind being interviewed about some of these subjects that I talk about? And they're like, fuck yeah, we'll be interviewed. So again, every single thing I said in the video, in the previous video, everything I said was 100% true. If it isn't, tell me. Tell me what's not true about it. Don't, and I can't stand people with that. And please, you fucking snowflakes, please do not just go, my feelings were hurt, or I was triggered, because I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I don't give a fuck. I could give a damn less about your fucking feelings. I care about the real world. That's what I care about. Your feelings are not the real world, because I'm not going to adjust my life based on your fucking feelings. I'm not. I could care less about your fucking feelings. Don't watch my video. As I said, but if, I mean, my whole thing is, if you're going to put, I've done it to other people's videos. If I put a thumbs down, I will put exactly why I put a thumbs down. If I see something on Facebook that I put a dislike, I will put in the comment why I disliked it. And something I was raised to be, and something I raised my kids to be. Do not open your mouth unless you have something intelligent to say. Meaning, think about what you're going to say before you open your mouth. Use your brain. Think about what the fuck you're going to say. Get it all formulated in your head, so that way you don't say something stupid. And then open your mouth. Then say what the fuck is on your mind. But do not just come out with the dumbest fucking thing, especially something that you could have probably researched on your own. Know what the hell you're going to say. That way, when a person asks you a question, you already have a response because you knew what you were saying before you even spoke. I have got so many, got one friend in particular that opens her mouth all the damn time and has no idea what the fuck she's even saying. And I try to help. I'm like, do you even know what you just said? And it'd be like, yeah. So then I'll be like, okay. And I'll go over word for word. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, I guess I didn't really, as I said, just opening her mouth and talking before actually knowing what the hell she was meaning to say. And I've had people, a lot of my friends over the years, lecture me. Not everybody is like you. And I'm like, and I'm supposed to feel sorry for them or something? Well, not everybody has your intelligence. Not everybody has your way of putting words together. And again, I'm like, and I'm supposed to feel sorry for them? I'm not their goddamn parent. I'm not their babysitter. I'm a grown man. They're grown people watching my fucking videos. If they don't have the knowledge, the education, or the wisdom to understand what the fuck I'm saying, and they don't have the thick skin to not be a bunch of goddamn betas and crybabies and get offended by the shit that I'm saying, and they can't live in the real world and just accept another person's real opinion. See, I love when people go, well, this is my opinion on this. And I'm like, well, why do you have that opinion though? And they can't even answer. And I'm like, so then it's not your opinion. If you can't even tell me why you have that opinion, then you're just talking out your ass. You're literally talking for the sake of fucking talking, but you don't even know what the fuck you believe in. You're just running your mouth. I can't stand those people. People like I've asked over the years, why are you like even my mom, why are you a Cowboys fan? We live in Virginia. Why are you a Cowboys fan? And she was like, well, because their butts look good in the and I'm like, what? That's not a reason, mom. It's a football team. Well, that's the reason why I like them. And it's like, oh my God, oh God, okay. Those people get on my fucking nerves. Why do you smoke? Well, because I do. No, 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 no. Why? What led you to smoking? Well, my parents smoked. Oh, okay. And somehow that forced you into doing it. My parents were chain smokers. That didn't influence me. My parents were alcoholics. Didn't influence me. Family did drugs. Didn't influence me. Friends dealt drugs. Didn't influence me. Well, Mark, not everybody's like you. I'm tired of that excuse. I'm not fucking Superman. I am a normal, well, not normal, but human being. I'm a living, breathing human being. I'm not goddamn Superman. So if I could fucking do it, you could fucking do it. But most people are sheep. Most people are just a bunch of fucking lemmings going over a cliff. No thoughts of their own, no opinion of their own. Most people I've talked about who were fucking Beto O'Rourke fans had no idea who he was before he got popular because us veterans knew who the fuck that piece of shit was. But people are a bunch of goddamn sheep. They don't even know where most of their opinions even come from. I love asking people questions, because I've been that way my entire life. I've always been inquisitive my entire life. I want to know things. Why are you a Catholic? Why are you this? Why do you like this particular car? Why? I mean, I've always been that person. I've always wanted to learn and that's why people thought that I would do psychiatry, which I did major in. But then, as I said, I realized it's all a bunch of bullshit because people don't want to know the truth. And this is my response to the person who put a thumbs down on my video. There's nothing that I said that wasn't true. Not a one thing. So the only thing I could think of why you didn't like the video is the fact that you just got offended. And I'm just going to say, I don't give a fuck that you got offended. I don't care. And I say, well, obviously you care because you're making a response video. No, I'm making a response video so that way y'all know from this point on I don't actually, and even most of my videos, I point out that I don't give a fuck if I hurt your feelings. But I was waiting. I was waiting for somebody to put a thumbs down just so I could make this fucking video. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. I've already raised my kids and I didn't care about hurting their feelings because I was prepping them for the real world. So I can give a fuck less about another adult's feelings. When we first, I mean, my ex wife is from El Paso. And I know I've told this story before, but when we first moved here, she warned me about being me, East Coast, the way that we talk, straight up, blunt, we don't give a fuck. And she was like, "Well, El Paso's different, we're very laid back and I was like, why? I mean, I was the way she was talking, I was like, why are you beating around the bush? What are you trying to say? She was like, well, it's just that, where you're from, they're not like that here. They're not as blunt and everything. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. So are we talking about children? And she was like, no, I'm talking about other adults. And I was like, wait, you're literally telling me to candy coat when I'm talking to another fucking adult? I was like, my wife, no. I said, I don't give a fuck if it's your family. I don't care who the fuck it is. This is me. I'm an adult. And if I'm talking to another adult, I'm going to talk to you like a fucking adult. It's the real world. If you haven't grown up and gotten thick skin by the time you're 18, I'm sorry, I was grown by the time I was 16, 15. If you're not an adult by the time you're 18, even though you're supposed to be an adult, I'm not gonna I'm not your goddamn parent. I ain't babysitting you. I'm not your grandma. I'm not gonna candy coat and sugar fucking coat. I'm not Willy Wonka shit. I'm not doing any of that shit for you. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. The song Human by Rag and Bone, that is definitely me. Don't ask my opinion. Don't ask me to lie and then beg for forgiveness for making you cry. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit about your goddamn feelings. Grow up. The real world is fuck. You got people dying in the blizzard right now up north. You got people dying from the earthquakes. You got people fucking dying from the volcanoes. The real world is real. Grow the fuck up. Well, Mark, what if shit happens to you? Bitch, do you not know I almost died this literally for the 8th time almost this past June? I was literally cracking jokes, laying there in the goddamn trauma unit, dying, cracking jokes with the doctors and the nurses. That's me. That's how hardcore I am. Literally with a collapsed lung, dying, and I'm cracking fucking jokes. So I don't give a fuck about your fucking feelings. If you don't like my video because you're offended, well, what the fuck ever. I don't care. Anyway, y'all, for those of y'all who do care, keep liking, keep sharing. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Because I've said my piece.